My name is Alexia, and my presentation will be on SDG 4 in France. So, to start off, what is SDG 4? SDG 4 stands for Quality Education. According to the United Nations, SDG 4 is to provide quality education for all. SDG 4 indicator is the completion rate regarding the primary education, lower secondary education, and upper secondary education. So, what are the goals of SDG 4? The main goal of SDG 4 is to make sure everyone, regardless of gender, income, or location, has access to high quality education and chances to keep learning throughout life. By 2030, the goal is to ensure that all girls and boys complete free, equitable, and quality primary and secondary education, leading to relevant and effective learning outcomes. So here I have SDG 4 data in France, and this is a chart showing the quality versus quantity of schooling in 2020. And as you can see, France is showing much higher access to education, and with students completing about 16 years on average of schooling. France is achieving above average learning outcomes, and France still performs below top ranking countries, so there's still room for improvement. So here is some more SDG 4 data in France, except this is the learning adjusted years of schooling among boys and girls. And this is capturing both access to schooling and learning effectiveness, showing whether students are spending time in school productively. And as you can see, the girls and boys are very close in results, so the gender differences are very small. Boys and girls are receiving similar effective schooling and learning outcomes, is what we can conclude from this chart. So here I have SDG 4 data in France, but this is compared to the United States. So I have highlighted both of the results here, showing the US and France. And students in France, as you can see, are receiving about 11.3 years of effective learning. And in the US, their students are completing 10.6 years of schooling. And the biggest difference is that the United States has a much larger population, even though they're completing slightly less years of school. So the amount of learning gained per year in the US is still slightly lower than France, showing much improvement that the US still needs for their schooling effectiveness. So, what are some solutions that we can conclude for SDG 4 in France? To start off, increase investment in education relative to other subsectors. Also, financing should come from the political priority attached to education by the state as the duty bearer for delivering on the right to education. Increase in public funding for education is also very necessary. And universalizing access to primary and secondary education, requiring the employment of millions more trained teachers, would also be a huge help for a solution of SDG 4. Here is my works cited from all the data and information I just went over. And lastly, thank you to everybody who listened.